Do you want to play a game, he said. Yes, we do. Martell Winter today. Um, no changes to the deck. We're just going to get into it. I'm sick, so hopefully my voice doesn't sound too weird. Our opponent is Lannister the Faith Militant. That's extremely weird. I applaud him on that. Do we set up Dorn with two small guys? I think we do it. Dorn is just too good to not have on setup. Or to... It's too good to toss Dorn when you can set it up, even with no economy. We are a low-curve Martell deck, so we can survive without econ locations easier than many other decks can. Seriously, good on this guy, playing Lannister the Faith Militant. I mean, I think I've literally never ever seen this before until just now. How did I win initiative? Oh, I started with False Spring. Damn it, that's supposed to be frickin'... What is that plot called? Winter Reserves. See, I am sick. I don't even know what I'm doing. I just clicked on the 5 gold plot. Whoops. Yeah, I guess one more little minor announcement for people that actually watch all my videos. What do I get rid of here? Don't know that I care about milk. But these two small dudes are also just like, I guess the burn men, because they're very efficient with Tyrion on the field. So let's take away that Tyrion option. Drew the Dornish fiefdom, and we have Water Gardens. So hopefully we'll be good money-wise. 2 copies of Gaston Grey. Shame that we did not open with our correct opening plot, but I think we're still okay. Getting back to the little minor announcement, I am not going to bore you guys by... Did he just play 2 limited? Oh, it's a gold mine. By playing the same decks all the time. This is like my 3rd game with Martell Winter. Don't worry. This is probably the last day that I'll play my Lannister Winter and Martell Winter decks. After today, I will probably be showing the Night's Watch and Stark Winter decks for the coming week. But no more about that. Let's resume playing the game. Put some milk on my Shadow City bastard. I think that's where it's going. Yeah. Which is pretty wasteful, I would say. I really don't care about getting this milked. So I'm glad that I did not pick that out of his hand with False Spring. Alright. Dornish fiefdom. The Water Gardens will not actually be able to reduce anything this turn because we still have 0 unused. So maybe we don't marshal it. I want to get as many cards out of my hand as I can, but just not sure that there's any great way to do that. Let's start with the Green Blood Trader and see what we get. I think he has Treachery because it is lagging whenever I trigger an effect. Blood Orange Grove, I need more money. Maybe we just play Obella? How about Gaston Grey and the Water Gardens? So this sort of, we'll have it there for next turn. I think this is a good enough start. Makes it very unlikely that he will use Tyrion to attack. Has 3 gold that he's sitting on. I'm not sure what that could be for. He's not hurting for money, that's for sure. 1 strength military. Do we defend? I guess we might as well. I definitely don't care about doing a military on him. It's guaranteed that I'm playing first snow with his board. I think next turn I'm going to correct my mistake and flip Winter Reserves, and then the turn after that is probably first snow. Just passing. That's the power of Gaston Grey. So power is pretty useless. Intrigue's useless. Yeah, there's just no point for us to declare challenges. We're way over reserves, so trying to draw cards off Dorn's not going to be that useful either. Unfortunate. Archibald, maybe? I think Archibald Ironwood is actually pretty good here. I really like all these cards. I guess let's get Obella, a Dornish Spy, and Gaston Grey. The rest all seem like keeps. Man, discarding a Gaston Grey for reserve, that's when you know your hand is good. It's very good to get more economy and, you know, basically as much as I can get because we have Dorn, so we're very unlikely to run out of cards to spend the gold on, spend the economy on. I guess I give him a Tyrion dupe. Yeah, I don't care if he wants to dupe Tyrion. It's definitely, all these others are worse. Actually, I should have given him Janos Slint. I had Venomous Blade in my deck, but oh well. I don't think we care about the Song of the Seven. He can have that. Hand's Judgment cancels our, he calls it Thinking and Viperize, so I don't want to give him that. Let's get a free Flea Bottom. Thank you, Water Gardens. I guess Blood Orange Grove. So we can bring out Blood Orange and kneel it and marshal Ariane for 4. Then we'll have 2 gold for the challenges phase, but there's literally nothing to spend the extra gold on. So let's play the Rose Road instead. This way we have exactly enough for a Flea Bottom, Dornish Spy, or Obella. All 3 of these are good targets for Ariane, these characters in my hand. So we'll just see what he does. The Archibald effect is not going to be great this turn, but since he is the most expensive character and he stays for first snow, it might also be nice to just get him out there. So we can guarantee, well no we can't guarantee losing dominance because he can spend this 4 gold on another Hound Ambush. Let's see, what do we do? Do I intrigue him? I think I go for an intrigue. I don't know. I don't think it matters. Huh. Well, let's start with a chump power. Definitely don't care about doing a small power with this guy. And this is pretty frustrating for him because if he defends any of these, he's giving me cards with Dorn. Dorn is just so damn good. Quite an insane, powerful card, I would say, if you can get it out there and it doesn't get, like, discarded by We Do Not Sow or something like that. Especially on setup. I mean, Dorn is sort of like the Arbor, but for card advantage instead of gold. Like, if you get it on setup, it's just so good. Do I want another Econ? I think we have enough Econ. I'm going to start getting characters. Let's go for... He's over reserve, but he's probably going to bring the Hound back out. I don't know, Intrigue just doesn't feel super important right now, but I guess we can do one with Ariane because she's coming back to the hand anyways, right? We might as well do it. He is taking the Tyrion gold. That'll make it more likely that we can lose dominance with Archibald if we want. Come on, Hound. Wow, we got the Hound. That's crazy. Maybe he has another one. That sucks for him. That's nuts. Now, what do we Flea Bottom here? The Spy or the Obella? I'm just going to save Obella for if he declares a military. So I think I'm going to do this. Go ahead and get Archibald and use him for a military. This might get treacheried, though. Which, that's fine if he wants to spin the treachery on this. I don't think it matters that much. He still has a wide board of small characters, so preventing my military... Yeah, he's not going to spend it. Preventing military from this dude and, like, this dude's effect, that's not a big deal. He has easy claim soak. If we're lucky and he's dumb, he uses the duplicate off Tyrion, but surely he just kills, like, this kneeling Lannisport merchant. Doesn't even defend it. That's interesting. I don't see why you wouldn't defend. Oh, maybe he's going to use his Song of the Seven that we gave him to claim all the power off my house card. I guess that would be kind of smart. Oh, here we go. That's smart. Murders my Archibald. Well played, sir. Alright, well, past challenges. He still has a super juicy first snowboard. We just have to be aware going forward that he will have the Podrick in his hand with Tyrion on the field. First snow is also going to bring this Shadow City bastard back and take off the milk. Super useless to milk this character. I mean, not super useless, but in my opinion, I guess, I don't know. I think he should have saved that to see if there's like, you know, if he didn't have the ability to just murder Archibald with Podrick, that would have been a better use of it. I guess I shouldn't have let him have that power challenge. Too late. No Gaston Grey trigger. We saved that. Get another Gaston maybe? Yeah. Because next turn is first snow, so Desert Scavenger's not that good. He can have a power on that dude, obviously. So both power off our house card. Faith Militant, man. Does he bother doing more challenges and giving me more Dorn triggers? He can win military and intrigue, but he's just going to pass. Fair enough. He is correct in his assessment that the power challenge is like probably the most important, and the other two don't matter that much because of Dorn. Dorn effectively neuters the military challenge because the cards that I draw off of it, I'm very likely to draw into more weenies that I can use for more claim soak. So the military doesn't matter too much. Fortified position, huh? Well, he blanked his own Tyrion for first snow. I guess that's good. Obviously, he's going first. We have Dornish fiefdom. But that's very annoying because it blanks my Arianne, it blanks my flea bottom dudes. Like Dornish Spy does not get the ability trigger. That's unfortunate. Can't use Aereo Hotah. But it does put him at 4 reserve. Thank you, Kings of Winter. And he's going to have 5 characters sent back to his hand. He's already 4 over reserve. Hopefully he'll have to discard a million cards. And the Tyrion is blank, so you can't get more gold for challenge phase ambushes. I'm not sure how this... Oh, this is treat each character as if its text box were blank. It doesn't say each character in play, so this should block Podrick from killing dudes, I think. Rattleshirts Raiders, that's interesting. Well, I'm fine with him having this. We don't even have Venomous Blade available, so that really doesn't matter. Let's go for Marcella, maybe? We do have to think about Intrigue Claim, since we don't have the Dornish Spy available to take military off these guys. Huh. I guess Obar is the most efficient play here, because she can hopefully defend the Rattleshirt's military if he goes for that. Then obviously 3 gold's not enough to marshal anything else that won't get bounced. Yeah, 12 cards in hand, 4 reserve. Feels bad, man. First snow of winter, one hell of a plot. And if he does have some way to win this challenge, we can use, we can bring out a flea bottom claim soak, so it's not a big deal. But we are vulnerable to March to the Wall. Hopefully he doesn't have that. I'm going to guess that he probably doesn't. I don't see why Lannister or Faith Militant would have March to the Wall. But it's also pretty good for me because, like, I'm Martell, so if you want to discard your more expensive characters, I guess that's fine by me. What do we do here? Power? If we do a power challenge, it's just putting more power on our house card that he's more likely to be able to steal in the next turn, so let's just go for military and try to burn one of his dupes. Maybe he treacheries this, I don't know. I guess he... Oh no, he's going to let us have it. I was going to say maybe he should just spend it to get a card out of his hand because he's going to have to discard 8 anyways. Spends the treachery, it would only be a 7 card loss. But I still agree with his assessment. Since he has the save on Tyrion, it's not a big deal. I guess we still got the unopposed power on our house card, but I don't know. So, fortified position does not block Podrick. That's interesting and unfortunate. That was a misplay, but I didn't understand how the interaction worked. I just don't feel like the power challenge is super important, because also he can take 2 off of our faction card per turn if he wins a power challenge and triggers his agenda, so we want to get a board advantage before we start pushing hard on claiming a lot of power. And we should be able to get a board advantage going forward. Our location base is crazy good. If he has political disaster, we're going to be in bad shape, though. Let's discard... shoot. Obviously the House Dane Escort, and then I guess Aereo Hotah. Yeah, he's pretty good in the flea bottom pile. We still have good Arianne targets besides Aereo Hotah, so we don't really need to use them. I think the best plot here is Long Winter. Duel. That's unfortunate for him because obviously this is just a 4-5-1 with blank text in this matchup. That's why I don't really run Duel. It's super good sometimes, but I just don't like plots that are that have such a high chance of being totally dead and like not being useful. Plot space is just so tight these days. Like I feel like you can't afford to have stuff like that. Well, it's time for Venomous Blade. Let's think about who to put it on. Probably Ariane, right? That's the classic play. We do have zero cost Venomous Blades. We can just use her ability to dodge the Rattleshirt's Raiders. I think we're favored at this point. We've got all our good stuff, and he doesn't really seem to have answers. Even though we're behind on power, we've done our typical Martell thing. Let's get Greenblood Trader. We don't really need more cards, so I'm going to go for Shadow City Bastard. Yeah. Maybe it's useful. 1 gold for Flea Bottom. I feel bad for this guy because we're like pushing him around with the lame Martell stuff when he's trying to play Lannister Faith Militant. I'm kind of rooting for him. To be fair, if he didn't get totally hosed by first Snow of Winter, he'd be in a way better spot and maybe we'd have more of a game. But I feel like I'm pretty favored because of that turn. Discarding 7 cards out of your opponent's hand with the Kings of Winter Reserve Reduce. That's a pretty powerful play. That is a big swing of card advantage in your favor. So our Flea Bottom targets are Hota, Obella. Probably just save Hota to take something out. There's probably no way he'll bother declaring a military, which is why we would bring out Obella. I think we want to start winning Intrigue now. I don't care about giving him the Tyrion goal because now he's going to be choked on cards going forward since we nuked his card pool, I suppose, with the first Snow combo. I just want to make him lose as many cards as possible out of his hand. Does defend it. Oh, and we have 2 claim. I forgot that we actually have 2 claim. Well then. Obviously, that was a good play. Got the treachery. That's nice. Get this 2 claim military. Doesn't even defend it. Maybe he's going to kill Septon Maribald. I would agree with that. Maribald seems pretty useless. Although I guess it gives him a character to use his agenda with, but yeah, he just can't really afford to keep that around with the 2 claim military applied. I could sack this to take the icons off the Rattleshirt's Raiders, but I think I'm going to go the more efficient route of just putting in the Dornish Spy. Looks like he has another treachery. Yep, there's the treachery. But this is fine. We can still use Aereo Hota to block this dude. I think we're far enough ahead that we can just sack this Shadow City Bastard. But no, I want to play March to the Wall next turn, so I'm not going to do that. If this guy attacks, we'll use Hota on him. That's to protect our Venomous Blade and keep this small character in play for March to the Wall. Do we trigger Ariane now? I think we do, right? Since putting in Marcella is only a net loss of 1 gold. Now we have the Venomous Blade and Ariane already back, and she's safe from, like, I don't know, Valor Morghulis or anything like that. We can discard the extra Gaston Grey. We've still never even triggered the first one. And I don't think it matters too much, just Doria Sand. Doesn't look like she's going to be able to bounce anything. I forgot I also had Obara available. I guess I should have used Obara to put in this Dornish Spy after he treacheried the Ariane. But it doesn't matter. We're just so far ahead. We have so many options. Yep, there's the Valar. I think I'm still going to make him first player. I don't care about saving my characters with March to the Wall. I only have 1 copy of Obara and Marcella in the deck, so he still triggers the March first. We're going to select the Bastard Daughter, not Bastard Daughter, Shadow Bastard, because, like I said, I don't have more copies of these characters anyways. They're gone. We've kept the Flea Bottom duplicate because nothing... Oh, I don't run Nothing Burns in this deck. Well, I'm so used to having Nothing Burns, I thought I had it. I guess I should have discarded that. He can't marshal anything. I think he's super dead. Poor guy. Friggin' Martell, man. What a lame faction. Martell is just something else. I guess we get... Well, Dornish Fiefdom's better than the Rose Road, right? Why can't I play this? Oh, I don't have enough money. Now I do. And let's get our Dane Escort back out of our discard. Still have a Flea Bottom gold. The opponent has 0 characters on board, and we get to do 3 challenges unopposed. Gotta give him credit for not conceding yet. A lot of people would concede at this point, and I wouldn't blame them. We've seen his Valar, so we don't need to use Ariane here. Valar Dohaeris doesn't do anything to us. He's going to win dominance, so we might as well get the unopposed military. Okay, the next plot on our side is probably Dohaeris. Just because if we don't flip it now, then next turn our board might be big enough that it actually matters. Of course, as always, I flip Dohaeris when he flipped trade routes, and maybe he'll bring out like 2 huge characters here that I would want to Dohaeris. But the plot deck is going to reset soon anyways, and this also avoids Dohaeris being pinned as our 7th plot. We'll still have it available to hit him with if we need to in a couple turns. Milk on Ariane, that's frustrating. Tithe Collector. It does have the 7 trait. That's quite weird. And Silent Sisters. That's sad because they will die to Venomous Blade. Even though Ariane is milked, he also has the 3 gold Begging Brother, which is super annoying, but I think he's too far behind for this to matter. But that would block our Ariane from doing her thing anyways. Yeah, his board's not weak to Dohaeris at all. It's just 3 3-cost characters. Let's not waste too much time here. Let's just put this on the Green Blood Trader. And I guess Nymeria, right? Sure, why not? I forgot to even discount that blade with my Water Gardens. Hot misplay. Don't think it's a big deal. Damn, I'm 1 Sand Snake off of being able to bounce one of these with Daria. 3 Strength Intrigue. Defend this with Ariane, I guess. Yeah, Nymeria is our only military icon, and we're obviously doing a military, so... Oh, I lied. I have this guy. I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I'm sick, man. I don't know what's going on. We're going to go for the extremely lame Shadow City Bastard to take off this guy's icons. I guess he can cancel it, though, right? There's the cancel. He has the gold, so no call it thinking. Might as well make him spend gold off of this guy. I'm just getting more, claiming more unopposed at this point. Does defend it. I think he should have saved the dude to defend the 2 strength power. But I guess if he didn't defend this one, then I could just pass. Let's get the bastard. And then he wouldn't be able to trigger his agenda. This way he guarantees the agenda trigger, but leaves himself open to a power challenge. I'm not sure which way to do it was more correct, but don't think it matters. He will lose dominance, but his hand's empty anyways. We do get to draw a card, that's nice. Plot deck's going to reset, so we cannot actually get this guy back out of our discard. Let's discard the Flea Bottom dupe. Compelled by the Faith. I guess that makes sense in a Faith Militant deck. Keeps his 1 power safe off the Begging Brother. I don't think this guy ever played a draw plot. I don't think I ever saw Counting Coppers out of him. And that's definitely bad for him. He needed more cards. That was his limiting factor after the first no turns. Just not enough cards to keep going. I guess we can get a reducer. And like the Bastard of God's Grace, I guess. Don't know if it was even correct to reduce him. But really, who cares? Pass. Alright, what Flea Bottom card do we use? They're all getting canceled anyways, right? Let's just go for the Shadow City Bastard, make him spend another Begging Brother. This is bigger. Still has 1 gold to stop, he calls it thinking. Okay, use the smallest character for military because he doesn't have military icons to defend. I don't think I'm going to declare Intrigue because he doesn't have a hand, and I'd rather keep my characters available to defend. Excuse me. I can go for the power with Ariane, and this dude will block it. Wow, he killed Tyrion. That's funny. But no cards in hand. I mean, that actually makes sense. We might as well do this. I mean, right? I don't know if this is right, actually. Because if I do this, then he can do an unopposed power with his Begging Brother as well. And that's like easily the most efficient play for him if I attack. So I think I'm just going to pass. And this way, at least the power challenge is opposed. And we can actually win an Intrigue even from the Silent Sisters with our 8 Intrigue strength over here. We actually probably should have used the Bastard of God's Grace to do the military, so he would claim a Renown. But oh well. Oh, I guess he has to attack with these anyways to get past Ariane. The Begging Brother's only 3 strength. We're going to get rid of this with Viperize and Gaston Grey combo. Aerial Hota, I guess. Even though Ariane is milked. Sad times for Ariane. Need to go to rehab, girl. I'm not even sure what to take off of this. I guess gain 3 gold. We do have some expensive ambush effects. I'm not going to bother doing another Winter Reserves. This is obviously March to the Wall. Get our Venomous Blade back. Oh, there's his draw plot. He did use Exchange, but it only gave him 2 cards, and it gave him, like, one of them was the Song of the Seven, which was pretty useless. Another instance of exchange of information clearly being worse than Counting Coppers. I don't know why he has this pillage version of Tywin. That seems weird. We're going to give him Jano Slint because we have Venomous Blade. And the Iron Bank, it's too late in the game for that to matter. Walk of Atonement? I don't think there's any way he's going to get a good use out of that. I see the idea with the Walk of Atonement because you could, like, use the Poor Fellows and the Agenda to quickly stack 2 or 3 power onto a single character and then play Walk of Atonement. And that would actually be pretty strong. But he just didn't get to do it. For anyone who's not familiar with the newest cards, Walk of Atonement is a 2-cost event that lets you discard any amount of power off a character you control in Dominance phase. And then for each power that was discarded, you draw 1 card, and the opponent discards 1 at random. which is probably worth it if you can discard at least 2 power and becomes like has the potential for a really big blowout if it's 3 or more power. I don't know if it's good because it might just be too awkward to actually set it up and pull it off, but in theory, it could be quite strong. I mean, 2 gold for a 4 card advantage swing in your favor, with 2 of them being random intrigue discards basically off of the opponent. That's pretty damn good. I'd take that deal any day of the week. Alright, let's see what this gets us. Another Hotah. I think I actually want the Grove more. Discount our Venomous Blade. Kill this guy. Poor Janos, that just sucks. Oh, no, I don't mind, of course not. He does not have to play it out. He was a very good sport playing as long as he did, so, you know, we're going to give him some nice comments here. Quite a good game, I guess. I think that game was pretty over after the first snow turn. He didn't have, like, Political Disaster, which might have helped him stay in the game. Political Disaster would have hurt me really badly. But he didn't have it, so we just had every location ever. But I guess it was still worth showing. I think it was decent enough. That's our game for today. We did get to show off some pretty lame Martell stuff there. Show how just plain old Martell attrition, even with a bad agenda like Kings of Winter, can just run over somebody. One bad first snow winter turn, I mean, that's all it can take. That is quite a card. So yeah, tomorrow will probably be the Night's Watch Kings of Winter. You guys will get to see some new decks, new week of games, talk about some more stuff. That's that.